Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second, or maybe third, or maybe fourth Thomas Community Debate, Presidential Debate. I'm your host, Mr. MPS 2002, and I will be moderating today's discussion. And today I am very honored to have our two candidates joining me. On my left, we have Percy6.
Baby, your six-time TWRC champion, and more importantly, the next TWRC president.
Very, very bold opening statement. And on my right, we have Roberto, the incumbent community president.
Man, do we really have to do this tonight? I just finished a 90-minute record stream. I'm tired.
No, we have to do it right now. We have to do it right now.
What?
So,
Fine, I guess.
welcome to the debate. To all our viewers out there, I would like to give a quick shout out to Mr. Jolly's Chocolate Factory. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. More on that later. Let's delve into the debate. So why don't we had a brief sort of introduction to our candidates at first, but let's have them give some introductory opening statements, sort of telling us what their campaign is about and what they will bring to the title of the community president. Why don't we start with Roberto?
I think my track record as community president is pretty great. I mean, literally look at how great things have been in the community the last year or so since I've been elected into office. We had so many great returns, so many great meetups, so many great news series that we began for fan content. And, just things got a lot better for the small users. We took care of the Roman problem. He's now a reformed individual. And you know what? Why isn't he debating this with me? I mean, he really should be here right now. I don't know why. It's literally half of a party ticket versus a whole party ticket. But I'm not gonna get into that right now. Basically, out of everyone running, I am the most qualified because I've been the only TWRC president. So you're gonna let a bunch of nimrods go around trying to be TWRC president when they don't know anything about being in office because I have been the only one in office. So that's why you gotta vote for me because I'm the only one here who knows what he's doing.
Thank you for the opening statement, President Roberto.
Yeah.
Mr. Number
Yeah.
Six.
Yeah. Beat
Mis-
that.
Mr. Number Six, please give your opening statement.
Thank you, future Mr. Vice President. If I could describe the last year under President Roberto, it would be in one word: chaos. Under President Roberto, we had Roman run tyrant over this community. He arrested him, and do you know what his award was for getting arrested? Vice President nominee. To who? President Roberto. How
He's
can
a
we let
reformed
this guy?
man.
Hey, Mr.
He's a
Mr. Roberto,
reformed
Mr.
man.
Roberto, please
Oh.
let Mr. Number Six have his time.
Thank you, thank you.
You get 6 seconds. That's it.
Please let Mr.
No,
Number Six
no.
have his time.
Let Roman run chaos, and his reward is that he could be the vice president of our community. Meanwhile, you look at me, 285 days as the TWRC champion, till that title was stolen from me by he who shall not be named. And talking about that person, he's now gone from the community. So under Roberto's leadership as president, we've lost community members. How can we do another year with Roberto as president if he's going to reward people like Roman and we lose people like the person who took the championship from me?
Bro, I can't believe you lost the championship to somebody who's not even in the community anymore. How does that even work? How?
Oh,
How did you make that happen?
I think we are
How did you
forgetting about my
lose someone?
285 days as champion.
Yeah, 285 days of champion. That means nothing if you lost to somebody who's not even in the community anymore. You know what? That makes you Percy number 6 a loser. Why? Because what are you, 6-time champion? That means you lost a
6 times.
champion 5 times before.
How many times have you won it, President Roberto?
How many times have I won a presidency election? 1. How many times have I lost one? 0.
How many times have you won the TWRC championship?
None.
He's got
Because-
a point. He's got a point.
Because, hey, listen, because
Thank you. Thank
y'all
you.
are discriminatory against people who live on the West Coast. There, I said
West Coast, worst coast. What else do we have to say?
West Coast, best coast. It rhymes.
I like worse better. W and W.
Yeah, WW. Okay, Mr. Midwest. You have the word West in where you are. You have the word West in your podcast where this debate is being held.
You know what else we have? 4 seasons. It's not hot all year round like it is out in California for you.
Hey, listen, one season is pretty good. Just saying. You don't have to
Four
buy.
seasons is better.
You can
Hey,
wear.
I mean, think about it. Where did I go this summer? I stayed in the Midwest. Where did you go? You came to the Midwest.
Yeah, to travel. So I could become the TWRC champion. Now that didn't work, but however, in the cards for next year, ooh, baby. That's my main campaign promise this presidential cycle. I will become the first person to hold both the TWRC presidency and the TWRC championship.
Wrong.
Very
I'm
bold
going to
Wrong.
claim.
set
Wrong.
history.
Very bold claim
I'm
coming from our
set
incumbent
history.
president. Very bold
That's
claim.
right.
Mr.
That's right,
Roberto,
baby.
Time.
Mr. Roberto, I actually have a question for you. This is submitted by one of our, one of your constituents. And they
Shoot.
they asked, name 3 episodes of the most recent season of Thomas and Friends.
Now, when you say that, are you talking about
I'm talking about not All Engines Go, the actual show. Name 3 episodes of the last season of that. And no Googling. You're not allowed to Google.
Fuck.
Cheater. This is not going to reflect well in the record. Percy number 6, can you name 3 episodes without Googling them?
No, I think I could do better. I can name episodes from season 20. Do you know why I can?
Wrong. He said
Why
the
I
newest
can.
season, not season 20.
Why I can is because I've been watching it. Meanwhile, our president here wanted to eliminate season 20 from the show.
I would like to admit
Yo.
I also don't know the names of any of the episodes or anything like that, but it was interesting that Mr. Roberto was caught trying to cheat on a live call. That was unfortunate.
It was on my note card.
Let's move on to
He's cheating now. What's he going to do in another term as president?
Let's move on to our next question.
Obviously do better than you.
Let's move on to our next question. Each of you please name your favorite Thomas movie and discuss why the other one is wrong. Mr. Number 6, please go first.
Well, thank you, Mr. Nominee, moderator. So, let's start out with this. Whatever Roberto says is going to be the wrong answer. So I'll tell you guys the correct answer, and let me do it right away. Thomas, the Magic Railroad. Why? It's an iconic movie within the Thomas community. For better or for worse, yes, but we can give that the best, because at one point, the Thomas could have been really good, but I want to argue this. There are some other good movies out there. I'm sure my opponent will probably take a movie like Soder's Legend of the Lost Treasure, because that's a softball pitch. For me, I like challenges, and I will defend Thomas and the Magic Railroad is a great Thomas movie.
Mr. President, please go ahead.
To be part of the TV show, can I pick one of Thomas
He doesn't know any
Railway's
Thomas
movies?
movies.
Hey, listen, shut up.
This is unfortunate.
I do like Mr. Kikray's Wooden Railway series. They made some pretty good movies.
Okay, if you
but
can name one of Kikray's movies right now, you are redeemed.
Does Wheels of Fortune count?
Yes.
Hey, there we go. Yeah.
No, it's not on YouTube anymore.
Actually, yeah, Wheels of Fortune got deleted, so that doesn't count anymore.
Shoot. How about Claw of the Law?
Yes, there you go. Okay, good one.
There,
I
watched that one when it came out.
I watched The Strange Case of Splatter and Dodge. That one was a banger. Anyways, let's
that one also. That was pretty good.
Let's get back on track here. So Roberto doesn't have an answer. So let's debate this. We got Thomas and the Magic Railroad going up against Claw of the Law. Let's hear it.
Let me get started first right here. Percy number 6's choice of movie was a box office failure. It basically led to Britt Allcroft selling off whatever part of Shion about Thomas to Go Line or then eventually got bought out by Hit or something like that. Anyways, after Thomas and Magic Railroad, she basically stopped being a part of the show. Why? Because Thomas and the Magic Railroad was a box office failure. It
This
did
is the
not
typical
meet.
rhetoric
It
I'd
did not
expect to
meet.
hear.
Yes, because it is obvious you picked a very bad movie to defend.
At
This
least I picked a movie. What movie did you pick?
I picked Claw of the Law by Kikra24. Why?
I don't
Because
even
it's
remember what
fan
happened in the
content.
movie.
It's fan content. Listen,
You didn't answer my question, Mr.
it was
President. Do you
Diesel
remember
10
what
and
happened
Flying
in the movie?
Scotsman. Diesel 10 came
What
back.
else? Ooh.
You're gonna have to be a
Mine
little
is
bit
where
more.
Diesel 10 debuted.
You're gonna have to be a
Diesel
little
10
bit more specific on that one. I'm pretty sure Diesel 10 comes back in almost
Diesel 10
every
comes back.
single Key Crate 24 movie.
Yes,
Thank
but
you.
he gets pushed into the magic buffers this time around. Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't watched Claw of the Law.
Thanks for
He gets
spoiling it. Now when I rewatch it, I will know to expect that.
because you know what happens
That's
already. You
fucked
already
up.
watched it.
That's really fucked up. You're really not looking too good right now, Roberta.
Man, I had a good hair day today. I don't know about you, but here's another thing I want to point out. Person number 6 is a presidential candidate who only shows half of his face. He's still wearing a mask since 2012.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
some people need masks.
when you came into the studio today, Roberto, I was admiring your hair. I was definitely admiring your hair. I was thinking,
Thank you. Thank
you
you.
know, damn, president's looking good. He's got that presidential cut.
That's right. I've been cutting my hair for the almost for the last year, actually.
That's pretty
I
good.
can tell.
Yeah.
When you came into the studio, I wish you had a mask on.
Ooh.
Oh, damn.
Ooh. A face mask or a mask that covers my eyes because there's a
Mask
difference
that covers
between
the
them.
full face.
Oh, so the full face. Basically what you wore back in 2013 and 14, back when you still
Exactly.
wore the Beatles shirt at the Cavern Club.
That is correct. That is correct, Mr. President. At
Okay.
least
Yes.
I've made reviews.
Speaking
I
of
see
Beatles
back when you used to
shirts.
buzz your hair.
Speaking of
Okay.
Beatles shirts, this next question is going to be, about the community because that is what you're really going to be the president of here. You can recite knowledge of the show all you want, but name every major Thomas community member. And by major, I just mean someone who made a lot of videos and used it as a costume. Every Thomas community member who had a Beatles shirt.
Are we just gonna go back and forth here, Mr. Roberto?
We're gonna go back in time. I think there's several people I can remember with a Beatles shirt on. Unfortunately, I am going to cop out and say that first person I know is person number 6 with a Beatles shirt.
I figured he couldn't come up with a name other than a person who's in this debate. I can come up with a name. A great friend of mine, a great person, Eric Pierre 53.
Did he upload anything this year or not? Moderator,
That's not the question.
can you fact check that? He said somebody who uploaded this year, didn't
I
he
said a
not?
great
Uploaded
friend.
a lot.
Here's
Eric Pierre
here's
is a
my
great friend,
fact
yes.
check for you. I don't care because Eric Pier
What?
53 is cool.
That's true. Thank
You
you,
know what?
Mr.
You're
Vice
not wrong.
President.
You're not wrong. He is the coolest guy around.
There's at
Okay,
least one more person that you're both missing, and whoever gets
I
this,
know this person. Can I say it? I was going to give Mr. President a chance, but obviously, like his presidency, he's failing.
you are welcome to say the answer, Mr.
All
Percy
right.
number 6.
The last one is Mr. Conductor Fan.
Well done.
One
Well
four zero six. Thank you. Thank
Well
you.
done. Congratulations. Although yeah, well done. That was very impressive. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you.
impressive. I'm surprised your memory hasn't gone out after all those years here in the community, Grandpa.
Well, at least I am dedicated to the craft, unlike somebody who stopped making videos in 2013.
Hey, listen, I uploaded one video this year, and I think it was a big hit. Everyone was clamoring for my return, including you, Mr. Person number 6.
Well, I think we haven't brought up a very important point. You guys recall the first message I received from the president? Hello, I am a friend of Jack's. Can we remember that he is associated with the Confederate Thomas Community President?
Listen, you were freaking displaying Jack's channel all over your profile. You were trying to put Jack up as a spotlight. So also, you. We're a
Mr.
friend of
Roberto,
Jack's.
Mr. Roberto, for anyone who is confused, would you like to officially declare a statement on Jack Huddleston
A statement on Jack Huddleston.
as of right now?
As of right now, well, it's good that we have eliminated Jack from the TWRC. He was a detriment to the community back in 2013 and 2012. However, it was a team effort, which person number 6 barely took part of.
Wrong. Very wrong. Go
Ron,
ahead.
have your fact checker do that.
Go, go
Jack.
go on the TWRC wiki to find out. What
Jack Huddleston is a detriment to the community. We were one of the groups that were most adamant against his return to the TBRC when he tried to come back in October of 2012, and we ran him out in November. That's all I have
It's
to
like
say
we're
about
gonna
Mr.
run you
Jack
out of office,
Huddleston.
Mr. President.
We're
Person
going to
number
run you out of a
Out of
career on
office.
YouTube.
Person number 6, would you like to make a statement on Jack Huddleston, an updated statement?
I would. Jack Huddleston is a person I knew way back when in the community. I helped bring him up, but more importantly, when it was time to Hey, you gotta let me finish. When it was time to bring him down, I was there to bring him down. I was a part of the Skype calls that took him down, and I stand behind that. I don't have messages saying that I'm a friend of Jack. My opponent here does have messages saying that, so who can you truly believe?
You just admitted that you brought him up, so this is all your problem in the first
I
place.
took
You
him
started
down.
this, but you started it by
Oh,
bringing
no.
him up.
I think it's very important that people know that you are associated with the Confederate community president.
Here's the thing: you can cause a car crash and help clean up afterwards with the guys from the AAA whenever they come to help assess the damages and clear up the road accident, but that still means you caused the accident. No good
Oh,
deed is going to cause you to be acquitted of
would
all damages to the cars that you crash into because you
we
helped clean
bring
up the
up?
accident.
No, I'm honestly surprised you didn't pick him as your vice president. That's how good of friends you two are.
Who, me and Jack?
Correct.
I didn't talk to him since 2012.
Since yesterday. I know.
2012 wasn't yesterday.
That's what you say.
I know that the
2012.
passage of time is crazy that you think 2012 is yesterday, because we all know you're still living in 2009.
I can fact check that. 2012 was in fact not yesterday.
Thank you,
Oh.
Mr. Moderator.
Yesterday was actually 2021 still.
Tomorrow,
right.
2021.
Tomorrow is also 2021. That's pretty crazy.
Oh, tomorrow is a new day in this community when we finally remove Roberto as president.
Okay,
Yeah. Keep dreaming.
So we've talked about this briefly, but I want to very intensely dive into this upcoming point, because it has been a very heated topic of discussion, especially this past summer in the community. Roberto, you insist that your running mate, Roman, is a changed man. How so? How do we know that there will not be a return of his delinquent behavior? How can we
Trust the guy.
rest assured?
Listen, I trust the guy. I arrested him at the Entertainment Junction event that I attended with a whole bunch of other of my constituents and friends. Came to TDC Congress like Lego Lover 117. And I arrested Roman there. And we went into the fun house. You know, we had some fun. We had some games. And you know what? He's a good guy. He came out a different man out of that mirror house. I think I even got the wrong Roman out here. Maybe this isn't the right Roman after all. But all I could say is, to back up my claim, is that Mr. Percy6 even stated that he'll stop making fun of Roman, which means that he's definitely had a change in order for Percy6 to stop making fun of him. He's got to find someone else.
How do we
I
know
I assure you, Roman is a changed man, and he is deserving of being the vice president of my cabinet.
Percy number 6, now how do you respond?
Well, first, I won't leave it as a question because I don't want him to talk when I'm talking. We'll start with why do we trust Roman now? I don't know, especially when this man, our current community president, is the one who arrested him. Lots changed since that arrestment, and now what we are seeing is him collaborating with Mr. Roman's TWR empire, just like we saw him collaborate with the Confederate president. I don't know about you guys, but I've counted two men with dark history in this community that our current president is associating with. And in fact, one of them's his vice president. Meanwhile, you look at me. What have I done? I've picked a strong, great person who, if a robot did not take over last year, would be our community president right now. I've picked Mr. MPS 2002 to be my vice president. If these past 30 episodes of Bloom and West Mysteries can't show you enough why we would run this community way better than Roman and Roberto ever could, I don't know what else I can say.
Fact check. I was, in fact, running for president last year.
Thank
Here's
you,
the thing.
Mr.
I
Vice
have just
President.
found the tweet that Percy6 made. Hello all. I am officially retiring making fun of at TWR Roman. He's a cool guy and a really good friend. Percy6, do you have any comment on that claim of Roman being a really good friend?
Interesting. Very
It was made on
How-
August 3rd at 9:31 a.m. Pacific time, 2021.
That's pretty recent.
That is really recent. That is
how do
after
we,
Roman.
Pacific time. As we
That's
went over,
after-
I'm not in the West Coast, so how do we know this was even me?
Well, this is 9:31 a.m. my time, so just add 2 hours for you, and it'll be
I'm
11:31
saying
a.m.
my account, maybe it was hacked on August 3rd. You know, maybe our current president took over my Twitter account just so he could bring this tweet up.
I
during our
wasn't
debates.
even with you on August 3rd. I was already back here. Actually, no, on August 3rd. Was I in Dallas? I think I was in Dallas on August 3rd.
Well, Mr. President, there's this thing called scheduling tweets, and maybe I didn't know I was getting a tweet scheduled on my account.
Here's the thing, though, Mr. Percy6. I was not at a computer between the dates of July 26th and August 3rd.
Mr.
I don't
Roberto,
know.
Mr. Roberto, as
And
the
you can
as the
only-
accuser in this situation, do you have proof, physical proof that Percy6 himself tweeted out that tweet?
Yes, I do. It was tweeted by the Twitter web app, which I have stated I was not at a computer between July 26th and August 3rd.
Mr.
Yeah.
Percy6, do you use the Twitter web app?
I have used the Twitter web app. That is correct. However, it was also with Roberto days before that tweet, and he easily could have scheduled that tweet on my computer, which I had in the very house that Roberto stayed at.
Guilty.
Here's the thing. I never
Guilty.
saw no computer by you. Hey, moderator. Mr. Moderator.
This is a trial now.
Guilty. Now it's time for
Moderator.
him to get charged for his crime.
Okay, now it's back to it. Now it's back to a debate again. It's not a trial anymore.
I've surpassed the legal justice system once again.
Anyways,
Mr.
It's not
Moderator.
a trial.
Mr. Moderator, I'm here to tell you that you cannot schedule tweets on the Twitter web app nor the Twitter app, the Twitter mobile app. It's something you can only do on the Twitter web browser.
Let me say this, Mr. President. You're lucky I'm not the president right now, because if I was, you'd be in jail.
Oh yeah? You and who and what courts could do it? You and what army?
Supreme Court of the Thomas Winter Railway Community. I fortunately know a great man on that Supreme Court, Justice Oliver Duck, and I am confident that he would put you in jail.
Listen, Ted and I go way back. I have a nickname for him. Do you have a nickname for him? No, that's right.
Fact check.
I
That
don't
is
even-
correct. Ted and Roberto do go way back.
I go even way backer than Roberto.
Fact
and,
check. That's not a real phrase.
Oh, point is, Ed and I go really far back.
How far
how about
back?
this?
How far back?
How far back that I've done a crossover with him. Now, Mr. President, have you done a crossover with Mr. Oliver Duck?
I would say that is negative, but he has commented on my videos as far back as 2012 when he joined in 2013 officially. When did he first comment on one of your videos, Mr. Percy6?
You, Mr. President, have a video or multiple videos on your channel created Oliver Duck, because I do.
Can you repeat that again? You did not make any sense.
I have multiple videos that Oliver Duck has created just to put on my channel. Do you have any like that on your channel?
Negative, because I have stopped making videos by the time Oliver Duck began making videos.
What you're telling me is a man who stopped making Thomas videos should be our president?
All right, I've
I,
heard it. I've
let's
heard
come back.
enough. I've heard enough.
Yeah, me too. Get this Percy number 6 guy out of here already.
Let's go into our final statements. Mr. Percy number 6, please go first.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President nominee. As president, I think I can show you through this debate what I will be doing. For starters, last year we wanted Roman in jail. This year we want our current president in jail. And under my presidency, I will make sure President Roberto is behind bars where he should be. His relationship with Roman and with Jack show he is a danger to this community. Chaos, remember that word. Chaos is what we've had under President Roberto. And I, as your next president, President Percy number 6, promise to put Roberto behind jails, and more importantly than that, get my TWRC championship back so I can be a 7-time champion and continue my historic run as TWRC champion. So, Mr. President wants to be TWRC champion? Well, I've done it before, but this time I'm going to add presidency to my list of accolades.
Thank you, Mr. Percy number 6. Mr. President Roberto, how do you respond?
Bro,
What
let
is
me
your
just say
final
that.
statement?
Let me just say that Person number 6 is dreaming on a cloud of fucking cotton candy. This guy is dreaming and dreaming and dreaming. Dude, wake up, you sleepyhead, and figure out what's going on here. You're not going to become the president. Why? Because you're not qualified for it. Simple as that. I'm the only person who's been president in the TWRC before, meaning that I'm the only one who should continue to become the president of the TWRC for this election. I'm looking at all these things that you've said about me, which are all false. Fact checker. You can do that after my final statement. You can verify. Person number 6, TWRC championship. That is true. But, however, a 7-time championship, I kind of don't see that happening. And if you do become 7-time championship, you're not going to hold it for more than a week, bud. Trust me. I'm looking at my Cars collection, and I remember my great opinion about Cars 2. I still stand by that. Cars 2, good movie. I like
Okay,
Cars 2.
okay, I've heard enough.
Wait a minute. I didn't
Roberto,
finish it.
no, I've heard enough. It's
Bro,
now.
you're just gonna Kanye me like that?
Yes.
How could you?
Yes, it is now time to decide who the next president is going to be, because that you do that at the end of a debate. Definitely.
Correct.
Wait, don't you choose who won the
No,
debate though?
we're gonna. But whoever won the debate also becomes president. So, it was a good battle. It was a good intense fight. But I think that I am gonna choose Percy number 6 because he's gonna make me vice president.
Objection.
Thank you.
Objection. That's bias right there.
Congratulations, Percy number 6.
Victory speech. I'll do a quick speech for you guys.
Hey, listen. Hey, turn off his microphone. That's bias right there.
We don't have time for former presidents to talk.
What do you mean it's bias? I'm the moderator. I decide.
But you're also his vice president nominee. You're his running mate. You just said it yourself. You chose him because he's gonna make you the vice president.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
That's
All
interference
right
there, Mr. Moderator.
Okay.
Mr.
Okay.
I'll say this, Mr. Former President. I think it's 2 against 1. President Percy number 6 and Vice President Mr. MPS 2002. Obviously.
You know what? Just to show that we're fair, let's leave this up to the ultimate fair decider. I'm gonna flip a coin. So it's going to be heads for Percy number 6 and tails for Roberto. And whoever it lands on gets to be president. All right? We ready?
Yeah. Let's go in.
Okay, it's Roberto.
Woo!
Oh.
Roberto's the president again.
Fuck it, Percy number 6.
Oh, nope.
See, here's the problem.
Mr.
There ain't no problem here. We don't have time for losers to speak.
Mr. 2-time president, would you like to deliver a victory speech?
Yes, as I was saying, I was going to say, I love Cars 2, but I also love Cars 3.
I don't love that this happened, but I will say the good thing here, you guys might have not heard it, I actually dropped out before the coin toss, so he won by default, essentially.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
I'll take it.
I know we have to do a formal election, so I guess as a result of no other candidates, I will vocally endorse him. to be the president still, but I
I'm
dropped
about to
out. So
George Washington this shit, everyone.
But I mean, come on. Who's gonna be your president? Adam Blue 65 Tank? I don't think so.
Who's that?
That crazy guy, crazy guy. Well,
Who's that?
congratulations to Roberto for winning the debate and essentially the presidency.
Thank you, Mr. MPS 2002.
I mean, listen, I don't want to call it too early, but he's basically a shoe in at this point.
Hell
can I
yeah,
can I
brother.
have a question quick? Can
Yeah,
I ask him a question?
why not?
Oh my.
This
A
isn't the
question
this isn't
from
the
the
debate anymore. This is just we're just doing the podcast now. So yeah, what's up?
So, Mr. President, what's your first plan in term number 2?
number 2. Let's see. Probably another Roberto's records coming our way soon. Within this month or no, in November. Let's just put it that way.
That's it?
Yeah.
Are
will
we
you
sure
will
about
you
this?
be putting any policies into action or?
Oh, yeah. Person number 6 cannot do a crossover for the next year.
Oh,
He's
that's
done
kind
too
of
many of those
Oh,
damn things.
that's kind of harsh. That kind of sounds like an abuse of power to me.
can we have another election and take him out?
Next year.
I guess the only way to take him out
Next
is to
year.
vote for a third party. But I mean, it's
Oh, hate to
basically
see it.
yeah, that's not gonna happen. So, I guess we just gotta settle for another year, of Roberto. Awesome.
Yeah, play stupid
2022.
games, win stupid prizes, person number 6. Think of a new video idea for
Oh,
a change.
Damn.
oh. But we'll see what happens. I'll do a crossover. No one can stop me.
All right. Well, this.
I think I could.
All right. Well, that that was the 2021 Thomas Community Presidential Debate, sponsored by Mr. Jolly's Chocolate Factory. Mr. Jolly's Chocolate Factory. We don't have buffers that come from a huge hill and end right in front of our factory anymore. We have just normal sidings now. Come get our chocolate, Mr. Jolly's. Use code Blue Midwest Mysteries at checkout for 0.75% off your order. I would
Sounds
like
like a
to
lot.
I would like to thank Mr. Percy number 6 for joining me on this debate, and I would like to once again congratulate Mr. President elect Roberto on his victory.
Thank you, Mr. MPS 2002. Person number 6. It's been a very good run, but I guess things kind of stop here for you. I do thank you
don't
for
know
your
about that.
endorsement, though.
Oh, don't make me rescind it, but I will say this: the train does not stop. Percy number 6 keeps going, and just wait till I do my next crossover.
All right, Al Gore.
Okay, so now that you're the president again, can we get like a tax break for our podcast maybe? Because I don't have a 401k
Please.
anymore. I went to college and I spent it all.
Well, possibly. It means you guys are going to be producing more episodes. We can maybe work something out with the TWRC IRS.
That is a terrible. That is like a nightmare acronym. I'm imagining just all like one long
come up with
thing
it.
with no space. Who runs the TWRC IRS?
That would be William Politetsky.